You are looking live at the Super Rink in Blaine, Minnesota, as it is a hockey night on a Monday afternoon. Southwest Christian Richfield's first round matchup as they take on the Marshall Tigers. Jeff Disher with you. Voice is back. I got that back for Christmas. And flying solo under the radar today. For those of you who track these things, I know some who do. So as Southwest Christian Richfield now takes the ice in their white unis, Marshall in the dark sweaters, we can introduce you to the goaltenders for the visitors, starting with Ezra Maurice, the 2.54 goals against average for the senior goaltender. 1-4 on the season is he. And that is your starting goaltender for the Marshall Tigers, who enter the contest 2-5 on the year. For Southwest Christian Richfield, it will be Giannis Camp. He had an offensive assist at Bloomington Kennedy, but he has a 3.17 goals against average and a 915 save percentage. We'll get the rest of the starters in moments. Peterson and Plant on defense for Marshall.
At wing, number 9, Andrew Senor. At wing, number 8, Joey Fossum. And rounding out the lineup for the Tigers, number 16, Owen Renslow. And the rest of the Marshall Tigers. Now let's
so, Weiga, Clem, or actually Renslow's line will get the start for Marshall.
At defense, number 8, Nicholas Esanoff. His partner at defense, number 21, Tate Hardiker.
For Southwest Christian Richfield, it'll be Tate Hardacre, Nick Asanov on D. Vinny Ferrara, the top line out. Consisting of Vinny Ferrara, Jared Greiner, and Eli Hoffman, left to right. So we pause for the national anthem, I think, is how we're going to do this. And we'll have hockey with a usual suspect, potentially. We'll actually drop the puck here. And apparently I am flying solo today, as a usual suspect decided against it at the last second. That's two usual suspects who have decided against it at the last second. So 17 on the clock, as these two teams playing for the second time ever. They met in 2019 at what then was the Schwann Cup. Marshall outshot Southwest Christian, went 2 for 3 on the power play and won 4-3. Southwest Christian Richfield 0 for 2 on the power play in that contest. Nuggets of the night and historical bits that you're used to coming, as well as we have dropped the puck. Play underway, and Southwest Christian Richfield gets the first play as Hardacre's bumped off the puck. This goes to Talon Plant, who backs into his defensive zone, and here come the Tigers. 1v1 this way as this goes to Renslow. His shot swallowed by Camp. And that's how we play the first 14 seconds in Blaine. Face off in the Southwest Christian Richfield defensive zone, won by the Stars, and back around. Hardacre tried to one-hand it ahead, but he has to have a little help from his friend Nick Asanov to do the business, and that one is cleared. Giving chase to the puck is Talon Plant, and Plant works it around. That one will get tipped in by Owen Renslow to avoid icing, and Tate Hardacre will throw that to Vinny Ferrara. Ferrara escapes, and he loses the puck to Parker Schmidt. Schmidt threw that one to Schwartz, who escaped his man. Schwartz crosses the red line and delivers a pass. Quick shot in on Camp, right out in front, and the save made by him as it goes into the corner. They play it out as Ferrara brings it to neutral as he tried to get Owen Zick, but the pass was behind him. Zick one-hands that one into the Marshall defensive zone, and that'll be picked up by Parker Schmidt. Southwest Christian changing behind the play as that one comes back over. It'll come instead to Earhart, and that's Johnny Earhart with it right circle, looking for a teammate, centered out in front, and it would not go for Earhart. Brought back ahead by the Tigers. And delayed offside potentially for the Tigers, forcing them to withdraw. Southwest Christian will regather, and that pass intercepted by Biernert. And both teams having trouble with the puck here in the early going. 15:20 to go, first period of play from here in Blaine. Plant will send that one around the boards, and it'll be touched on by Hendel. Hendel works that cross ice, and it goes to Paul Horner instead. Horner works that back around to the near side, and into the corner it goes. Back over it comes, and first to it was Weiga for Marshall. There's a silent consonant in his last name somewhere. And a quick shot from the point gets blocked on the way in. That actually was more of a dump in, as we have 14 minutes and 43 seconds to go in period numero uno. Quick shot from the point, deflects to the glass, and down into the corner it goes. Senior. As that'll go down for icing with 14:25 to go in the game's opening period. .25 to go, period numero uno, as the faceoff won by Southwest Christian Richfield. Hoffman with this as it's worked back out to the neutral zone with help. The body's coming. Jared Greiner throws that one in. Got it to Feltman. Check that. And it's poked back out to the neutral zone by Marshall. 2-5 on the year are Michael Weiss's boys. Weiss is the head coach of the Marshall Tigers. 138, 87, and 5 coming into play today. Both teams looking for the game's opening goal as Hardacre controls this. Hardacre tried to get around one. He forgot the biscuit briefly, and into the corner it'll go after Hardacre tried to prove that 1 into 2 goes, which it does not numerically. Brought back ahead, though, by Southwest Christian Richfield at the line. That'll be dumped in by Davis, and around the corner it goes. Centered, back out, top of the slot. Quick shot, wide of the mark, and Maurice breathes easy for a moment. Brought back ahead by Southwest Christian Richfield. Even possession here in the opening 4 minutes. 13 minutes and a nickel remaining in, 3 nickels remaining in the first period of play. The netting got me as far as the LED on the scoreboard went. Marshall brings this in. Plant on his backhand. Plant works it around 2. Plant with possession. And around the corner it goes. Flip back out to the high slot. Quick shot, and the save made. Rebound. Goes back over into the far corner. And it'll be touched over by Kramer. Kramer loses the puck. Mini 2-on-1. Now a Southwest Christian Richfield star by the name of Vinny Ferrara left his man alone in the offensive zone, and that posed a problem for the Stars. Brought back ahead by Marshall, though. Both teams looking for the first goal as Kramer with this. Kramer has it pickpocketed from him by Greiner. And now coming up ice are the Southwest Christian Richfield Stars. Brought back ahead by Zick. Zick lost it in his skates. And that one chipped ahead. Hacked into the offensive zone by Weiga. And behind Camp's net, this is played. Off the wall, Southwest Christian coming free. 2-on-1 if they wanted to, at the line with a trailer. Quick shot, far side, save made Maurice. 11:46 to go, game's opening period. I wish we had shots on goal. I think it would be pretty even. But coming into play today, I need to refer to the right one. Marshall with a -1 on the goal differential. Southwest Christian -3. As a quick shot from Hardacre was nearly tipped in for the game's opening goal. Marshall has given up 26, scored 25. Southwest Christian scored 16, given up 19. So these teams pretty even in terms of how they play. This one kicked back out and brought back in by Eli Hoffman, played with a high stick potentially, and a whistle goes, halting play with 11:14 to go in the game's opening frame. In the first intermission, a Bethel connection will join us for a little bit, as it is Steve Whiting, a Bethel Division III scout, will join us in the first intermission. Josh Shingler, the usual suspect. At least one usual suspect showed up to work today, as Josh Shingler will join us in the second intermission. Brought back ahead by the Marshall Tigers as we were getting the business cleaned up. Zick thwarts the effort of Joey Fossum. And a quick shot up over the cage of Giannis Camp, who had an assist when the Stars played Kennedy a couple weeks ago. Peterson goes to grab this for Marshall. And his pass to Fossum is led into the offensive zone. Icing waved as Fossum was led too far. Brought back ahead, though, by Southwest Christian. That'll go down for an icing call with 10:26 left to play in the first. So a face-off in the Southwest Christian defensive zone. Marshall entered the game today, by the way, 6th in the Big South at a 1-3 mark. Southwest Christian with a loss in the Wright County Conference, so they're realistically tied for 3rd. Although Southwest Christian's won their last 4 games. Quick shot off the Marshall face-off win by Parker Schmidt goes by the boards. And that'll get trapped in the corner. 10 1/4 minutes remaining in the first period of play as Marshall goes back to grab this. Welsh, no, check that. Schmidt has his pocket picked. And there goes Bernhardt in the corner. Bernhardt has his pocket picked and it goes to Schmidt. Now up ahead come the Tigers. As that one is worked in, Hardacre will grab it before it ever gets to the net. Hardacre works this on, but he got it only as far as Bernhardt. I love that last name of Corbin's for the 6-foot, 170-pounder. Quick shot wide of the mark, and so that's more of a dump in my estimation. 9.5 minutes to play in the first period of play. Goalless here in the opening canto in Blaine. First round matchup here at the wanted to call it the Schwann Cup, the Herb Brooks Holiday Classic. You can tell I've done games in this building too long. As a shot there for Marshall goes by the boards. Rebound for Weiga is saved by Camp. But as I just mentioned a moment ago, the first round in the Silver Division in this part of the bracket will see the winner of this game play Simley, and the loser of at 6:45 tomorrow, and the loser of this contest play at 1:45 tomorrow, the Breckenridge Wahpeton. Puck down, face-off won by Southwest Christian Richfield as this one is worked ahead to Griner. Griner lost it in his skates. Now back comes Weiga. Weiga with a shot, save Camp. Rebound, forked up high by Camp into the netting. $8:57 to go in the first. Again, I wish I had shots on goal. I don't, and so we can't get that for you. Sorry. We do what we can. Face-off won by the Tigers as that one is forked around the corner. And out it came to Plant. Plant worked it back in from the point. Plant got it over to Fossum. His shot was deflected wide as Renslow goes into the wall. 8:35 left to go in the first. As the scrum won by the Tigers. Back to the point. Quick shot, or quick dump in rather, picked up by Renslow. Renslow had his pocket picked. And Ferrara first to it for the Southwest Christian Richfield Stars. Ferrara gets around one, but he cannot leave the zone. That might have been played with a high stick by Plant. But Southwest Christian Richfield can't find the pass connecting with Ferrara. Fossum, right circle. That shot up off glass. That must have hit glass. We play on. 7:58 left to go in the first. As that hit the roof, hit the netting, hit whatever you wanted but glass. So it goes up high. Still looking for a goal. 7:52 to go in the first period of play. Haven't done one of these solo in a while. So be patient with me a little bit, y'all. It is the holidays after all. 7:45 left to play in the first period of play. As Marshall with possession, and Kramer tried to dump that in. Camp was all over it for Southwest Christian Richfield. These teams well behaved here in the opening half of the period as this one comes alive. Southwest Christian with possession as a shot from the right circle gets blocked. Believe that was Hardacre's shot. That'll come off the wall. Marshall looking to clear, and this eventually gets to Schmidt. Schmidt worked that over to Kramer, and back to Hendel this goes. Hendel lost possession as the teams play pong for it in between the blue lines. Atari would appreciate that game as Swenson picks that one up. Got it to Hendel, and into the offensive zone it goes. Line change coming for Southwest Christian Richfield as they work behind the cage. Now Marshall will clear, and that will lead to a foot race that is won by Kale Lundquist. Lundquist harassed by Weiga. Lundquist with this. Lundquist loses possession right in front of us as this goes to Hardacre. Hardacre enters the zone. Hardacre gets in between one, and he got a shot away from his bottom, nearly. Shot from the point deflected, and it would not go for Southwest Christian Richfield. Now over into the corner. They spar for it. And the sparring session won by the Marshall Tigers as Plant tries to work it out of the zone. Now foot race to the puck, won by the Tigers as this one is lost in Clem's skates. Left circle shot, hit the netting with 6 minutes and 9 pennies to play in, that should be 6:09, 6 minutes and 8 pennies left to play in the first period. What's 1 second, right? It's 1 second between friends, allegedly. 6 minutes, 8 pennies remaining in the first period of play. Jeff Disher here flying solo in the opening round. Puck down, face off won by the Marshall Tigers and swallowed by Giannis Camp off a shot from Parker Schmidt. Puck down, face off won by Southwest Christian Richfield, barely. As that'll be advanced by the Stars out towards center. The foot race will easily be won by Parker Schmidt, but icing will avoid the necessary result of that foot race. 5:46 to go in the opening canto. Taking care of business on a Monday, hoping you are enjoying your holiday week. Hope you had a Merry Christmas, and if I don't see you after today, have a Happy New Year too. Hoffman with possession as this one is rimmed around the corner. Touched over by Tyler Welsh, who has goals in his last 2 starts. I'll get to those goals momentarily with a stoppage if I can. The Stars with control as that one just out of the reach of Cody Thomas, who has to regather. Thomas goes to Hoffman. Hoffman sends that in, a dump off the side of the net. And Marshall will regather. Now the Tigers looking to skate out, and that goes to Kale Lundquist. Lundquist tried to chip that into the neutral zone, and now Marshall delayed offside is what halts play here. 4:58 left to go in the first period of play. It's good to actually have a voice back after the, what shall we call it? The, I guess you could say the hell that was Drake Arena. Good. 4:53 left to go in the first period of play. Scoreless from here in Blaine. Could also use the Grateful Dead reference and go Long Strange Trip. But this one is brought in courtesy of the Marshall Tigers and taken out by the Stars. They battle for it at center. Zick offside is Owen. Yeah, Long Strange Trip. Grateful Dead. 4.5 minutes remaining in the first period of play. Puck down, face off won by the Southwest Christian Richfield Stars. And Marshall will retake possession. Over to grab that is Tate Hardacre. And I'll have a historical nugget for you here in a moment as Tate Hardacre enters the offensive zone. Hardacre tried to get a shot away, was bodied off the puck. And now the puck cleared into the near corner. Marshall having trouble clearing as that goes to Clem. The Tigers still having issues with it as this one is brought ahead by Kramer. Kramer with possession. And now the Stars right in front of their own bench with possession. Offside is delayed. That allows Southwest Christian to regather with 3:40 remaining in the first. Puck stolen on the near side by the Tigers. They could not make anything happen with it, though, as that will be advanced by Biernart from the point. Around the corner, it goes to Weiga. Now brought back ahead by the Southwest Christian Richfield Stars to center and just past it. Kept by the Stars and Ashton Hendel. The 6'2", 185-pounder is Hendel. As that one's brought ahead, 2-on-1 at the line that materialized as this one is brought ahead by Horner. Quick shot, save made, and the rebound off the side of the net. Now a quick shot by Bendel. Gets deflected to the high glass and kept alive by the Stars. Bendel has to use his feet to get over there, but Ferrara bails him out as Ferrara with this. Now into a scrum this goes. Bendel rammed off the puck. And the Tigers will win possession as Parker Schmidt with it. Schmidt loses possession. And now the Tigers regather with 2.5 remaining in the first. Schmidt works it around far side, and the puck kept by the Stars in the zone. Quick shot, ushered aside by Maurice, and out to the neutral zone it goes. Puck regathered by Hendel, and around the corner it goes. Marshall with possession as this comes to Biernart. Biernart loses possession to Hoffman. Hoffman around the corner, and that one's worked over by Feltman to the far corner. Touched over by Cedar, and I think that hit the roof. It'll go for an icing call. Now, what would you like? Tyler Welsh's goals in his last 2 starts were at Wilmer. In the third period, 5 minutes, 22 seconds in, it was an even strength goal from Johnson and Schwartz. At Redwood Valley, 13:05 in the second period, he scored a power play goal. Assisting were Chase Mellenthin and the aforementioned Corbin Bernhardt. 1:50 left to play in the first period of play as Marshall with possession here. They just played Wilmer. Fossum among others threw that one in for the Tigers. Brought back ahead by the Southwest Christian Richfield Stars. That pass intended for Hoffman as Bendel bodies his man off the puck. Pass intercepted by the Stars. Here comes Tate Hardacre and company. Brought back ahead by Bendel, who is bodied off the puck viciously. And over it goes to Gross. Hardacre couldn't handle that hot biscuit as Marshall with Fossum leads to a 2-on-1. Camp there for the save at the side of the net. They still hack at it. What a sequence. Final minute of play in the first period. We thank the PA announcer for that as Marshall with possession. Now a penalty coming here, as it'll be Caleb Swenson going to the sin bin at 16:08 for a trip. Puck back down. 50 seconds to go in the period, as that'll go down for a lack of an icing call. First power play of the day for Marshall, and they enter the game 5 of 21 on the PP on the season. Southwest Christian 14 of 17 killing penalties as Zick throws that into the zone. 28 to go in the first period of play. 90 left in the penalty. Giving chase is Kale Lundquist as he's bodied off the puck. That goes just beyond the blue line. Here comes Marshall. Brought back ahead by Schmidt. Schmidt rubbed off the puck, but regathered by Weiga. And back down as the final seconds will elapse and the buzzer will sound. End of one period of play in Blaine. First round matchup in the Herb Brooks Holiday Classic. It is Southwest Christian 0 and the Marshall Tigers 0. First intermission activities will start after a short timeout.
After one period of play, we are scoreless. Marshall Tigers had 8 shots on net, and Southwest Christian Stars at 5.
I can. Yeah. I also just finally got my voice back. So, if you've ever done a game in that building, Drake or London. Oh, really? Yeah. If you've been to Ring 6 back there, Drake was holding it down. Okay. Good. How are you?
Starting goalie, the camp, and then what was the other one? Ezra? Last name is Ezra. Okay, yeah.
Back in Blaine, as I need to turn things up, apparently. That's the wrong one. There we go. Okay. Back in Blaine, first intermission of the opening round of the I keep wanting to call it the Schwann Cup. I can't. Herb Brooks Holiday Classic. As the Marshall Tigers and Southwest Christian Richfield Stars are deadlocked at 0 after 17 minutes of play. I have Steve Whiting from the Bethel University with us in the first intermission. You've been here all day, have you not?
Not all day. I came out specifically Can you hear me? Okay.
Yep.
Came out specifically to watch the Southwest Christian. I did catch a little bit of action before. I'll catch a little bit of action afterwards. But I have a good friend coaching on the JV team at Southwest Christian, and I've been blessed to have a couple guys play with the ACHA team at Bethel, both Jackson Olim and Asa Carlson, and so I wanted to scout some guys here and take a break from my Christmas time to see some great hockey.
Now, I've seen all 6 games that the Southwest Christian Richfield Stars have played in this year. Granted, they've won their last 4, including a 2-0 victory over Hopkins last Tuesday night at the Pavilion. A 3-1 win out at St. Paul Academy, who is also playing in this division. Is there anything you're specifically watching for with the Southwest Christian Richfield players that you're scouting?
Well, I mean, they're a great fit for Bethel, character-wise, and just the kind of students we want to see. And like I said, we've had some great guys come play for the ACHA team in the past. And again, with that character fit, thought a great opportunity to come out here to Blaine and see if there's any seniors this year that might be interested in making that jump.
Now, who in the last couple of years has jumped out at you that you've seen with Southwest Christian Richfield?
Well, I mean, the ones that came to Bethel,
other than Olam and Carlson.
Well, so a couple years ago, the name's just escaping me. I wasn't ready for that, but there was a player. And again, I just lost his name, but
might have a number.
Yeah, no, don't have a number.
Okay.
But we talk about this game today.
We can do that too. What have you seen in the first 17 minutes that struck you?
Yeah, I mean, both teams struggled to begin with. It seemed like they were both feeling each other out a little bit. Maybe got a little bit of jitters after the holidays. Both teams struggled to kind of create, quality offensive chances. There were a couple chances, but they were more, streaking down the outside. Both goalies, had to come up with some saves, but it wasn't really till towards the end of that period that you started seeing some quality plays, and that really started when both teams started to move away from individual play, and you started to see some nice, clean breakouts. You started to see some 3-on-2s. You started to see some good team play. Both goalies. The Marshall goalie, nice tip on net, and that's a tough save to make. And then the rebound after that, and he came up with those saves. And then with a minute left to play, Camp just that huge save on a great opportunity there, 2-on-0 essentially, basically. So that was huge. Now we'll see what happens with the continued power play opportunity in the second period.
I'll attack that in 2 ways. I'm a former goaltender, so I don't like the idea of not having defense as players bear down on me getting ready to shoot a puck, number 1. Number 2, with that in mind, I've been here for the 2 games that have preceded this one with St. Paul Academy, and the game just concluded, and then I was also here for the 2 Rivers game this morning. You had what I'll call some questionable defense and questionable goaltending decisions.
Okay.
And so I don't know how they or when you are, where am I headed? When you are on a club that, or where you have played a game where you've had the questionable defense happen, how do you adjust?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about mindset in that case, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have something that happens, either a bad call or a bad decision, or just the puck bounces, and all of a sudden you're down a goal. You just have to eliminate that from your mind. You have to say, okay, well, that's the past. We are here right now. What are we going to do in this next shift to take back that momentum and potentially bring some good opportunities, bring some energy, bring some physicality into the play. That was one of the things in the first period. But really, both teams started just poking for the puck and not taking the body. And that's when there were opportunities, it was times like that where the puck watching was happening instead of taking that body, making sure that you're between the puck and the net and not giving up those quality chances.
Do you approach it shift by shift as opposed to like minute by minute?
I guess I don't know what's the difference between a shift and a minute.
Okay, then assume. I guess I've seen some shifts last between maybe a minute and 2 minutes.
Right.
Because players are winded and can't get off the ice. That's where I was heading with the equation.
Yeah. I mean, you have to take it shift by shift. That was one of the things I did notice in the first period too, where there were some long shifts by both teams, and making sure that when you get the puck in deep, that's not the time to go chase it.
Right.
That's the time to get off and let your team get in there, so that you don't end up getting the puck in on your defensive zone, and now you've been out there for a minute and a half, and you got tired legs. And if they keep that pressure inside the zone, the one nice thing you have with high school hockey is you can just ice the puck and you can still get a shift change. We don't have that opportunity in college. If you make that happen, you're still tired for another part of the shift.
It's like double jeopardy in a way.
Right.
But I'll let you go. We saw, but not before making the point that Southwest Christian Richfield committed a lot of those long shifts last year, as I'm sure you would have seen. We'll let you go. Enjoy the rest of the game, Steve. That is Steve Whiting with us in the opening intermission from here in Blaine. First round matchup at the Herb Brooks Holiday Classic is goalless after 17 minutes of play. Jeff Disher with you, Sienna Bendel with you as well. Except she's not using her voice. No, you're fine by me. No, that's not the. I don't think that's the idea, but. But we're ready for period number 2 here in Blaine at the Super Rink. After a period that only saw one penalty on the board, so a carryover power play for the Marshall Tigers, as it is Caleb Swenson for a trip at 16:08. So the winner of this contest, as I may have mentioned in the lead up to the game or the build up to the game, will play Simley tomorrow, and the loser of this contest will play Breckenridge Wahpeton. Those two teams could only play twice, and so by a process as simple as what may be a coin flip, they were assigned second round matchups. And that is how you now know, if you want to go the Paul Harvey route, the rest of the story. First historical fact of the day for you. Let's go back to December 26, 1974. The Philadelphia Flyers beat the Washington Capitals 4-1 off a 19-save effort by Philly goaltender Bernie Parent. The game was played at the Capitol Center in Landover, Maryland, and advertised as a sellout, although I could not get the total attendance as far as a hockey configuration there. And then also on December 26, 1991, at 19:59 in the third, the New York Islanders' Derek King scored his 18th goal of the season. Ray Ferraro and Tom Curvers assisted. The Islanders tied New Jersey 5-5 that night. That goal was scored with a half-second left. And as you may know, the goal would read 1959 since the final second hadn't fully elapsed. Both teams change ends. I've got one more fun fact for you. Well, 2 more, realistically, over the course of the game. 17 on the clock, the team's change ends. Second period, the period of the long changes. Marshall skates right to left on your screen. Southwest Christian Richfield left to right. Good to have Steve Whiting in the booth with us for the first intermission. We'll have Josh Shingler in the second. As the puck is down, face-off 1 by the Marshall Tigers, and we're underway with period number 2. Plant with this, hustles back behind his net as if that is a safe place. And now the Tigers come back out to center. Weiga loses possession, delayed offside. Southwest Christian Richfield wanted the Tigers to touch it. I like it. As the puck hacked at over on the far side by 25 in the white. That would be Cale Lundqvist, or the silver rather. 25 being Lundqvist. Weiga loses possession again. And you're going to have what Steve and I talked about as far as difficult puck possessions here early in the second period while these teams still try and figure each other out. Puck ice down but deflected by Parker Schmidt, so that avoids the dreaded whistle. And it comes back to Plant. Plant pirouettes, but he doesn't have a teammate with him. As getting there finally is Fossum as he is winded. 5-a-side hockey we play as Swenson is allowed to leave. 15:40 left to play in the first period of play. Centered out in front for Marshall. And the shot from the point by Schmidt would not materialize. Brought back ahead by the Southwest Christian Richfield Stars. To center, and that'll go down for an icing call. 15:24 to go in the first period of play. I know what we're going to do to get the chat rolling. Tell us what you got for Christmas. Not you, Sienna Bendel, but the chat. Tell us what you got for Christmas. Be interested to read those comments after the game is over. It's about interaction, Sienna. 15:19 left to play in the second period of play from here in Blaine. I'll start with an example. I did get my voice back. Southwest Christian, Richfield regains possession. That near Feltman. And Feltman sent that one ahead, but he got it near Bendel as that's delivered to the point. Quick shot in on Maurice. And he had difficulty gathering that. Brought back ahead by the Tigers, though. 2-on-1 at the line if they wanted it, but they did not want it. Now brought back ahead as a penalty coming to Marshall, I believe. No, it was a delayed offside, excuse me. Trained by the referee's arm, apparently. Brought back ahead by the Tigers. And in onside they are. Kramer loads and fires, and Camp is there. Puck is down. Face-off 1 by the Southwest Christian Richfield Stars. You have to go back to the 70s for that Warren Zevon song being Werewolves of London. Brought back ahead, though, by Zick. Offside. 14:12 remaining in the second. You go from Warren Zevon to that? Really? Interesting choice of music down in the timekeepers area. Not being critical, just making an observation, I suppose. Ehlers with that in the corner, as that'll get bumped ahead by Marshall. Ehlers, back cross ice, and he got it to Welsh. Now back in, off the wall, Weiga with a shot, and Marshall scores. Time of the goal, 3:08. Marshall Tigers on the board first. But can Southwest Christian Richfield answer? That puck tipped ahead by Peterson.
Tigers, number 5, Malachi Clem. On the assist is number 4, Sean Wega. And number 7, Talon Plant. That's Clem from Wega and Plant.
The goal reads Clem from Weiga and Plant at 3:08. It is an even strength marker. Puck into the glove of Camp. And how does Southwest Christian Richfield answer the bell? That is the question. That puck will go back in behind for Peterson to go grab. Peterson back out in front, and they fence for it. The Tigers with possession. Brought back ahead by Renslow and near Senior. Senior loses possession. Here come the Stars. That pass intercepted for Horner. And now brought back ahead by Southwest Christian Richfield. They're in onside at the line. As that one brought towards Ferrara and into the corner. A rugby scrum for it. Lumber goes flying. Right out in front, Ferrara with a shot. Save made Maurice. .12:41 to go, first period of play. As the puck is down, face-off won by the Stars. They have come from behind before. As that shot from the high slot tipped out in front, and a penalty coming on the Marshall Tigers. And a penalty coming for a trip. And the time of the call, 4 minutes, 42 seconds. Second penalty of the game, so the penalty goes against Parker Schmidt. Important power play here for Southwest Christian Richfield. They enter the game with a 3 for 22 power play on the year. Marshall's PK, 18 of 28. Southwest Christian Richfield good at the line. As the jumping bean escapes a couple sticks. And Camp surveys his options. He'll drop that off to Tate Hardacre. Hardacre with possession, gets around one. Hardacre delivers cross ice. Hardacre back at the point, quarterbacking it, kept it alive to Hardacre. And into the corner that goes. It's tipped, but out. Southwest Christian will have to regather. 1:05 left to play as Hoffman enters the offensive zone. Hoffman dropped it off. Feltman with a shot. Save made as that one is parried out to Cale Lundquist, I believe, as that one left the arena. And you've got to watch yourself in these seats. It's going to get to a point where I'll raise the right hand and a puck will come my way. 11:04 left to play, first period of play. Puck is down, face-off won by Southwest Christian Richfield. 40 seconds left to work on the man advantage as it goes from Camp to Azanoff. Now around the corner. Swenson finds this near side. Swenson loses possession as this goes to Renslow. Renslow bumped off the puck. Brought back ahead by Southwest Christian Richfield. Can't be doing that to my voice, gentlemen. Swenson. Right circle. Swenson lost his angle. Swenson goes around the corner. Swenson surveys. Swenson back down low. Right circle. Short side. Horner couldn't get the shot away.
Tigers are closer.
10-13 to go. Puck ice down. We'll go back to the Marshall end for the draw. 1-0 hockey game here in Blaine. Opening round of the Herb Brooks Holiday Classic. Jeff Disher with you. Sienna Bendel here as well. Except she's not using her voice. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Puck is down. Still battling for control. And Marshall won it, or did they? Horner kept it alive as that went to Peterson. Peterson threw that around the corner, and now Marshall will clear to center. Hardacre there, chips it far side. And the puck retrieved by the Tigers and Schwartz. Schwartz got it over to Kramer, and around the corner it goes. Feel like a penalty here would be big both ways. Rudolph sent that ahead. Got it to Cody Thomas. Thomas tried to dump one to Zick. Zick goes down. But a good hit made by Marshall. As that one is played back out to the neutral zone. One man back for the Stars as this one comes the way of Weller. Weller with a shot. And Camp is there for the save. If the Marshall Tigers, like MC Hammer, the Southwest Christian Richfield Stars are saying there's about 26 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game. Plenty of time left. We're just about that, or about at the halfway point. Puck back down in Marshall's offensive end as that one comes the way of Clem. Couldn't get the shot away. Now brought back ahead by the Southwest Christian Richfield Stars and cleared out by Horner. Back just across the blue line, this will go. In onside is Clem. Clem lost possession, but he's bodied off the puck too. Hendel around the corner, but not, or actually it was out. So a delayed offside is what that would have turned into. Back behind goes Ehlers. Ehlers around the corner with this. As it comes near Poff. And Sam Poff, or actually check that, that's Weiga. Bumped ahead and near Mellenthin. Coming ahead now with the Stars. As bumped off the puck is Greiner. Now around the corner. It'll go cross ice, and first to it was Clem. Now back behind, first to it for Marshall is Welsh. I mentioned his last two goals on the season in terms of time and assists as well. Welsh bumps his man off the puck, and Welsh will clear that one down. It goes for an icing. So we'll come back to the Marshall defensive end, Southwest Christian Richfield offensive end for the draw. 8 minutes and 2 pennies remaining in the second period of play. Puck is down. Face-off one by Southwest Christian Richfield as that one is actually kicked ahead by the Marshall Tigers. Not out, though, as Bendel skates with purpose. Bendel with a shot, and he roofed it. Caleb Bendel says, anything you can do, I can do better. (1-1) our score, time of the goal, 9 minutes and 10 seconds. 6 minutes and 2 seconds between goals. Not quick by any stretch of the imagination, but we have a tie game. It had to be Bendel, didn't it? Puck back down. Face-off one by the Southwest Christian Richfield Stars. The goal for Bendel, his 38th in his career. 75 total points for Bendel. Establishes himself 5th all-time.
Scoring for the Stars at the 9-10 mark.
as this one comes ahead to Thomas. Thomas skates in. Bendel again, but he gets run into.
That's Bendel all alone.
And they call the goal unassisted for Bendel. So no help of any kind according to the scorer. We go with him. 7 minutes and a dime remaining in the period. 1-1 our score. Marshall racing out. This comes to Senior. Senior dumped that off. And it went to Fossum, but Fossum couldn't do anything with it. Now walking the line are the Tigers. Brought back ahead, centering, and a backhand try brushed up over the cage. The puck is not paint, though. Brought back ahead by the Stars. Towards the blue line, they're trying to hack it out. They do, as this one comes the way of Weller. Weller lost it. Swenson lost a leg. He gets tripped up and a penalty called. So a Southwest Christian Richfield power play. .6:32 left to play in the period. The time of the penalty, 10:28. 1-1 our score. You know how I mentioned an important power play earlier? This is even more important now that the game's tied. Face-off won by the Southwest Christian Richfield Stars as Greiner worked that around the corner. Got it back to the point, did he? And now it goes to Hardacre. Hardacre dropped it off. Hardacre, Greiner partially fanned on it. Rebound to the left circle. Back to Hardacre. That shot blocked. Greiner will regain. Greiner with possession back in the corner. This one touched on by Feltman. Feltman eventually got it back to Hardacre with a little help. Hardacre fires, and the save made by Maurice. Rebound in the near corner now, out to Hardacre. Hardacre shimmies around two. Hardacre to his backhand, and it would not go. Hoffman bodied off the puck, and Marshall will clear shorthanded. Brought back ahead by the Tigers and Weiga. Weiga bodied off the puck. Holy jumping, in the words of Darren Pang. Brought back to Maurice, who will clear. And now the puck brought back on by Southwest Christian Richfield. Hardacre around one, but he lost his angle. Backhands into the slot. And now Feltman loads and fires partially as it was fanned on. Brought back over far side. Now back to Feltman. Feltman worked that over, but he got it picked from him. Icing the puck of the Marshall Tigers. 5 minutes to play in the period. Brought back on by Swenson. Swenson skates with purpose, but he lost the pill. Brought back ahead by Mellenthin. Mellenthin bodied off the puck by Lundquist. Now brought back ahead by the Stars. That was Horner in onside. And now Ferrara skates in with purpose. Ferrara with a shot. Stick save made. Rebound cleared by Fossum. The length of the ice, that'll go down for a lack of an icing call as the power play expires. Five-a-side hockey we play. As this one is brought back ahead by the Stars. Ferrara from Swenson. And now Marshall bringing it back in. 2-on-1. This goes to Kramer, and the shot would not go as it went up over the net. Weller finds possession and around the corner. Regathering will be the Marshall Tigers. Biernert has his pocket pick. Outlet time to Zick. Zick wide of the mark. As the Tigers now skating with it. Biernert with possession. Biernert drops that off. 3:40 left to play in the second. Brought back to where touching that was Miedema, I believe. No, I'll check myself. That was Azanoff. Brought back ahead by Zick. Zick at the line. Zick in on side is he. Zick in the corner, but he lost the pill. Now back over into the corner. They bodied each other off the puck, and here comes Marshall. Back to center they go. That pass intended for Mellenthin. This is like a game of chess on ice. I love it. Brought back up by Davis, and the shot just missed the net as Camp, beside himself, on the ice surface with 3 minutes and a penny left to play in the period. Three and a penny left to play in Blaine in the second period. Jeff Disher here, flying solo for the day. We'll have Andrew Earhart with us tomorrow, and a special guest to be named later in the week as Hoffman regains control. Hoffman bodied off the puck. And now Marshall trying to clear and reestablish the ice and the tilt their way. That should be icing. It is, with 2:39 left to play in the second. .239 left to go, second period of play. And the puck is down in Southwest Christian Richfield's defensive end. Ferrara tried to find it. Handel does at the point. Handel works it around the corner as he got it to Hoffman. Hoffman boots it around the corner. And he got it near Greiner. Greiner with Lundqvist waiting at the point. Skated on by Greiner. Greiner fed it in, but the pocket was picked and the Tigers will clear. 2:10 left to play in the period as this one is advanced by Lundqvist. Lundqvist has his pocket picked, and Southwest Christian Richfield will have to regather. Marshall offside. 9, says the official. Brought back ahead, though, by Southwest Christian Richfield. Under 2 minutes to play in the period as the puck battled for in the far corner, and the battle won by Marshall. Josh Shingler coming up at the end of the period, or closely thereafter. Maurice with the save. .142 left to play, second period of play from Blaine and the National Sports Center's Super Rink. Face-off in the offensive end of Southwest Christian Richfield, and I believe that was Hendel who played up a little bit too much. Hendel works that around the corner, and he got it to Lundqvist. 1.5 left to play in the period, as Southwest Christian hemmed into their own end. Lundqvist tried to bring his man down, but with control was Kramer. Back behind the cage it'll go. That bounces perilously out in front, and the goal scored by the Tigers. Can't be doing that late in the period once your one of your best players gives you momentum. Time of the goal, 15:44. And Marshall goes up 2-1. We'll wait for the official announcement. As the puck is down, face-off won by the Tigers.
Scoring for the Tigers, number 10, Sam Schwartz.
Schwartz with the goal.
On the assist is number 11, Clayton Weller and Zachary Kramer. That's Schwartz from Weller and Kramer. 1 minute remaining in the second period.
10 from 11 and 17. All three goals, even strength. But it is Marshall with the 2-1 lead. Final minute of play, and now down to about 40 seconds. Brought back ahead, though, by Azanov. And into the offensive corner. Greiner skates out with this. Greiner with a shot. Stick to the netting. Half minute to play in this first round game. Now, game times for tomorrow on the consolation side of the bracket will be a 1:45 semifinal, and the winner plays at 6:45 right here, rink 3. As Bendel turns that one, but he loses possession. Bendel regains, and he lost it right as I said that. usually how that works. Kept alive at the point by the Tigers. 13 left in the period. As this one is whacked back in. And now the pass from Bendel intercepted. Brought into the Tiger offensive zone. Final seconds of the period will tick away. Buzzer sounds, and that's the end of 2. And at the end of 2 periods of play, it is the Marshall Tigers with a 2-1 advantage. Short timeout will have Josh Shingler in the second intermission, as it is Marshall with the 2-1 lead on the goal from Sam Schwartz, his 4th in his career. Anyway, second intermission is coming.
Can't be doing that to my voice, gentlemen. I just got it back. Hey, I just got it back. You did? I got it back for Christmas. Killing me. Oh, how good is that? All right.
Too old for that. That's what makes it honest. It's not my place, man. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want this. Yeah. All we got to do is I've got to make out of nothing. I know, you're good. I wouldn't be. I'm glad I'm not with you. Thank you. Hey, I can't even lie. Yeah. Thanks, boo. 52, baby. Zach got your point already?
I was suffering from headache from not eating and then voice from being too cold. So that's why Hopkins sounded. Oh, I don't need.
You don't have to answer me.
No. That's what Nick said we're doing. So, yeah, Andrew, Drake is even colder than Pete Six. Yep. They make fun of somebody. I'm sitting right next to you. Oh, my life. I have a list of questions.
You should just pull him up on the football roster. Pull him up on the football roster. Prove to him that he's a tough guy. And then Kramer back up.
You might be able to center it, but I don't know.
Third period of hockey in Blaine. Opening round of the Herb Brooks Holiday Classic. (2-1) Marshall through 34 minutes of play. Jeff Disher with Sienna Bendel flying solo. I have heard that an Earhart will be here tomorrow. I have heard someone else will be here Wednesday, in addition to Andrew Earhart. As Southwest Christian Richfield comes back on the ice, Marshall out first. Short changes in the third period of play, Final matchup in the silver class in Blaine today. Breckenridge and Simley could only play 2 games, so those 2 teams will play tomorrow. And I know what you're thinking at home. You're thinking Simley, and I see it. Simley getting a second-round winners game for only being able to play 2 games doesn't seem... There's no equivalency there. I see it. That was apparently luck of a coin flip, from what I've seen. Marshall coming into the game today from a 6-day break after beating Wilmer back on December 20, 8-4. Gavin Welsh, 24 saves in the victory. Southwest Christian Richfield off a 6-day break as well. They shut out Hopkins back on December 20, 2-0. And they were outshot 38-24 in that game with Hopkins. Puck is back down. We're underway, period number 3. Next goal, very important. As Plant goes down, whistle goes. The trailing referee makes the call for a slash. And the guilty party is Eli Hoffman. And the time of the call, 14 seconds. So Hoffman for a slash at 14 seconds, giving Marshall a very important power play. Quick shot up over the cage, and if Camp and company can kill this off, that'll be very great or good momentum for the Stars. Brought back ahead, though, by 12 in the black. That's Schmidt. Quick shots ushered aside by the defense. 2-minute trip for Hoffman announced as Marshall regains control. 2-1 lead, early third period, as losing possession was Plant, but Weiga picks it up. Now they withdraw into their defensive zone as the race to the puck, not won by Zick, brought ahead by the Tigers. And Plant, right circle. That shot deflected aside. Rebound comes back out to center, where it is touched over by Weiga. Weiga, 5 goals in each of the last 2 seasons, 41 points overall for him. Brought back ahead, though, as Hardacre controls this for Southwest Christian Richfield. Dumps it down for an ice to get some fresh bodies on. As this one is brought ahead by Fossum. Fossum, left circle. Squibs just by the net of Giannis Camp. 15-25 to go in the third. And the net comes off. Thus the halt to play. The puck is down. Face off won by Southwest Christian Richfield. And they need to work it 200 feet in the opposite direction. Bernert controls as that one is centered. Back to Bernert at the point. Goes over to Welsh. Welsh pirouettes. Bernert shoots one. Blocked. Rebound picked up by Corbin Bernert. Bernert with possession as he gets it back. Bernert at the point. Bernert surveys, goes down low with it. Bernert tried to get it, or wanted it back from the corner. Did not get it. They battle for it at the half wall, won by Bernert. Shot from him, deflected on the way up.
The Stars are full strength.
5-a-side hockey we play. Bernert with a shot wide, and the penalty killed by Southwest Christian Richfield. Puck not out of their defensive zone yet. 14.5 remaining in the third period of play. As this one is touched on by 25 in the light, that's Lundqvist. Quick shot by the Tigers was turned over. And now trying to come ahead with it was Rudolph. Rudolph skates in. Rudolph, left circle, bodies changing behind him as he's rubbed off the puck. And it goes to Welsh. Welsh with possession, and now the puck poked back out to center by the Tigers. Brought back ahead by the Stars as they resort to playing a little bit of pong. Atari would appreciate that most assuredly. In on Peterson goes this as that puck squirms around the corner. Now they battle for it back behind. The Tigers win that battle, and the puck sent line to line. In on side was Plant for a shot that goes wide. 13.5 remaining in the third period of play. Brought back by Azanov. And around the corner it goes. Southwest Christian unable to clear until just there. Plant regains possession back behind his net. Plant works this around the corner. Off the wall, it'll float to Hardacre. In on side of the Stars. That one poked off of Greiner's stick. And back out comes Lundquist. Lundquist run over. Whistle goes. And a trip coming at 3:55. And a penalty to Lundquist. Southwest Christian penalty to Cale Lundquist for a trip. Time of the call, 3:55. And now shorthanded, here come the Stars. Trying to get around his man was Greiner, who dropped it off, but he couldn't put it home. Now brought back ahead by the Tigers. This is Plant. Plant, fake the drive, got around two, Camp with the stop. .12:42 left to go in the third period of play from the National Sports Center in Blaine. Opening round game. Face off in the Southwest Christian Richfield defensive zone. Won by the Tigers. Kept alive at the point by Fossum. 9 points last year as the Stars cleared. Fossum had 6 points in the first half of the season, if you want to call the holiday tournament halfway. Schmidt with a shot wide, rebound, forced out front and up over the cage after the shot would not go for the Tigers. 12 minutes and a dime remaining in the first period of play. As this one, or the third period of play rather, as that one is shot by Schmidt and it goes in. Schmidt may have been tipped on the way through. Time of the goal, 4:56. We'll see who got credit, who gets credit for the goal. If it is Schmidt, it is his 11th of his career. We'll wait for the announcement. And coming back is Azanov. Has his effort stolen from him.
Number 12, Parker Schmidt. On the assist is number 2, Tyler Welsh. That's
Schmidt from Welsh is how the goal reads. Whistle goes. Welsh's third point in his career, first ever assist. 11:35 to go in the third period of play. 30 left on the man advantage. Except that should be a power play goal instead. It's a power play goal for Marshall. So ignore that time on the scoreboard. Power play goal that puts Marshall up 3-1. And maybe home for good. Quick shot off the stick of Schwartz would not go. Although Southwest Christian Richfield through the years has come back from a deficit like this, except with passes like that. Brought back on for the retrieve by Biernert. Biernert pursued by Ferrara. Now back out of a scrum came Eli Hoffman, but he could not get a shot away as that one's cleared. Race to the puck, won by Hendel. Hoffman to grab it. Back behind the cage. Now Southwest Christian Richfield needs an answer very quickly, and that's not the one they want. Hendel offside at the line. .10:38 left to go in the third period. Puck is down. Face-off won by Southwest Christian Richfield. As a goal here would kind of sap the momentum that the Tigers have had. Back behind Bendel. Bendel works around one, but he lost possession as that one is retrieved by the Tigers. Not out for a quick shot at the point. That would not materialize. That'll go down for an icing call. 10:17 to go. Far from over is this one. So if I'm on the bench of Josh Schingler and Paul Rantheim, I'm not sweating right now. 10:17 left. Down 2 goals. An eternity of hockey to play. If I'm Michael Weiss, on the other hand, I'm not sweating either. Quick shot, shuffled aside as that one is retrieved by Hoffman. Hoffman chips it around the corner. Now the puck retrieved by Plant. And Plant having trouble clearing. Plant shoved down. And that one will get kicked around the corner by, I believe it was Horner. No, it was Horner. I was correct. Puck worked around. Bendel tried to skate side to side on the ice. Kept alive at the point. Bendel with a shot. Deflected. Rebound up high. And I thought that hit the netting. That'll get cleared by Marshall for an icing. You know what, though? With the puck not hitting the netting there, the Stars gained 75 feet. Because that puck would have to come out if it hit the netting. Unless it's dropped closest to where it went out. Puck is down, face-off one by Marshall. And around the corner it goes. Swenson now regains control for the Stars. Quick shot from the point. Shuffled aside by Maurice. Now back over. Come the Tigers. And that puck bouncing near Hendel. Hendel works this over towards Zick. Zick turns on the Jets. Now he puts on the brakes. Gets it to Hendel. Back to Zick. Right out in front. Still whacking at it. And the Tigers with possession until just there. Quick shot from Lundqvist at the point. And Schmidt will send that into their offensive zone. Can't be doing that to my voice, having just gotten it back, fellas. Brought back ahead, though, by Southwest Christian Richfield to center. And just a little further by Hendel. Hendel bumped off the puck in the corner. Hendel loses out to Tyler Welsh. Welsh regains with a little help from his friend. Another puck back in the corner. Hendel right out front near Hoffman. And now that'll get iced down. 8:25 left to go. For those Earharts who have been hearing the game hearing the broadcast all game, I have said something. 8:20 left to go in the third. And Younger Earhart, if you are hearing this, you will be with us tomorrow. Aha! 8 minutes and a nickel remaining in the third period of play. Centered right out in front. Hoffman wanted to desperately put that home. Save made by Maurice. And over it goes for an icing. You can't be doing that if you're Marshall. You'll get burned eventually. So Andrew Earhart is on notice. He will be with us tomorrow at either 1:45 or 6:45. Depends on the result of this game. He'd better be ready, too. Puck is down. Face-off won by Southwest Christian Richfield. Was it kept in at the line? Yes, sir. Brought back ahead by the Tigers, though, as that'll get iced with 7:40 left. So Andrew Earhart will be with us tomorrow, whether he knows it or not. And a player to be named later for Wednesday. Quick shot off the draw by Hendel. Would not go. Rebound try. Save Maurice. Back around the corner it'll go. Now Marshall has to be careful. And a turnover to Bendel. Bendel skates in. Short side and the shot wouldn't go for Caleb. Brought back out by Marshall briefly. Bendel with a shot, and it would not go. 7 1/4 remaining as this one is found by Peterson. Peterson will throw that the length of the ice. Can't be doing that, especially with an icing call 7 minutes, 6 pennies left in this one. Timeout, Southwest Christian Richfield. I will say this, Sienna Bendel and I have way too much fun up in these parts. .706 left to go, third period of play. The Stars are down 2. Marshall has played very impressively, especially on the defensive side with Ezra Maurice. So I dare say the Marshall Tigers could be for real come Big South Conference time. Timeout over. Face off in the Marshall defensive zone. Griner to take the draw for Southwest Christian Richfield. False start. Puck is down. Face off won by Marshall. Can't have that if you're Jared Griner. So the Tigers with possession as the puck stolen over in the far corner. The race to the puck won by Hendel as he bodies off a man, or checked that Griner as he bodied off his man. And now Marshall looking to clear, can't, as Hoffman kept that in. Hoffman trying to walk the line, and a centering feed would not go for Hoffman. Now the puck will be cleared, and geometry will say that Southwest Christian will pick that up. Hardacre skating in. Hardacre with purpose. Left circle. Gets around 2, but he lost the biscuit. Griner with it. How did that not go? 6:20 left in the third period of play. Straining my voice, Tate Hardacre and Jared Griner. Killing me up here. Brought back out of the corner by the Tigers, but not out. Hardacre with a drive. Block made Maurice, and that'll get cleared in on Camp, and so we play on. I don't know if that was Camp's to play. Brought back ahead by Hardacre. This side of the red line. Touched over by Welsh. Welsh loses it and skates. And now Bendel turns that one on to Zick. Zick back to Bendel in the corner. Bendel tried to center out front. Bendel worked over. 5.5 to play. Shot from the point. Gets blocked on the way in. Zick bodies his man off the puck, but Marshall retains possession. Puck still not clear. Now the Tigers have a little bit of room to play with as that bounces up high and down off the half wall. Here come the Tigers. Back out past center. Skating on is Weller, and Weller bodied off the puck. 5 minutes and a nickel left to play in the third period. As that's worked around the corner, Hendel there first. Now the pass a little too strong on this end for Rudolph. No, check that, Horner. And now it'll be touched on by Horner. Horner skates into the slot. He shoots and scores. Paul Horner, say hello to my little friend. Time of the goal, 12:19. Horner, his third of the year. Down the stretch we come in Blaine. And this is a first round game. Time of the goal, 12:19 for Horner. We'll wait on assists as this comes to Peterson. Hendel with an assist as well. And the assist for Hendel, his first varsity point of any kind. Puck brought back out of the corner by Griner, who could not get a shot away. 4 minutes and a nickel left to play as that one's picked up by Hardacre. Hardacre reestablishes in the offensive zone, but he got bodied off the puck. Wanting a call is Hardacre, but he gets an icing anyway. I guess that's enough consolation for Hardacre there. .356 left to go in the third period of play. Jeff Disher here with you. Sienna Bendel apparently having fun next to me. Brought back ahead, though, by the Stars off the faceoff win. Horner tried to establish, but he could not. This goes down for an icing call with 3:43 left to go in the third. Puck is down. Face-off won by the Stars as Hendel advances this. Around the corner it'll go. First to it is Biernert. Biernert loses possession. Bendel there. He's shoved off the puck by Biernert. Thomas tried to center one out front. The shot would not go. Bendel overskated the play, but the puck has not left the Southwest Christian Richfield offensive zone. Puck picked off. Now here come the Tigers. Brought back ahead by Marshall. And first to the puck, I believe, was Malachi Clem. Back around the corner, Southwest Christian comes out. That pass intercepted by Clem, but his pocket was picked. Here comes Horner as he tries to escape his man. Horner sends that one down on his correct side of the line, so no icing. 2:50 left to go in regulation. Horner with a shot and difficulty for Maurice. Bailed out by Geometry. Brought back ahead, though, by Southwest Christian Richfield. Right as I say that, they play Pong. Quick shot by Thomas. Would not go. He's looking for his second varsity goal. Brought back ahead, though, by Southwest Christian Richfield. Greiner centers one. And eventually that got to Johnny Earhart, or check that, Swenson. Swenson with a shot, and he scores. Caleb Swenson, second of the year, 8th of his career. Holy. You know what they say about a 2-goal lead? Oh, it was waved off. Waved off because of a hand pass. So take the goal off for Swenson, and Southwest Christian has to try again. 2:07 left to go. I didn't spot that until just late. 2 minutes to play. Puck out in front. Swenson almost made a mistake, and then Eli Hoffman. Yikes. Eli Hoffman roughing after the whistle. 15:04 the time of the call. So 1:56 down a man. Where's this draw coming? And Southwest Christian has already had their timeout, no? They're going to take it. So now, you see what I'm thinking. Do you, and I'll let the YouTube chat hit this. Do you pull Giannis Camp here? Even things up. I wouldn't, but I'm intrigued to see where people would go with their thought process. Because Southwest Christian Richfield will be down a man the rest of the game. Or the rest of regulation at least. Something I wish we had up here was shots on goal. I'd love to know what they are. I would imagine they were pretty close for 2 periods. However, maybe not so much now. Again, I don't have that available. So with the draw in Southwest Christian's defensive zone, or Southwest Christian Richfield's defensive zone, don't pull the goaltender here. And a lot of the theory depended on where the draw would be. So of course you would not pull your tender about 20 feet out. Important face-off win here down the stretch. Face-off won by Marshall, as that one is actually iced by Southwest Christian Richfield. Now, Camp off right now. 1:47 to go in the game. Extra man on for Southwest Christian Richfield, which effectively makes it 5v5. Brought back off the wall and touchdown by Fossum. Race to the puck over on the far side. The centering feed intercepted. Now coming on to the Stars, into the offensive zone it'll go. That one cleared and twisted by the Tigers, down and out. That will go wide. With a minute 25 left to go in the power play for Marshall. That'll get cleared in. And it's an icing call with $1:11 left. Important draw here. Down a goal or Southwest Christian Richfield. And the call is it was tipped. So we'll have a draw in the center circle. Minute 11 left to play. Camp back on. And it's 5-on-5, or actually 5-on-5 with the goaltender out. Puck is down. Face-off won by Marshall as we tick towards a minute to play. The Tigers looking to play keep away as that pass intercepted by Hardacre. Lundqvist over to play it back in the neutral zone. Greiner loses it in his skates. Now they whack for it, and possession goes back behind. And the power play over as Marshall and Sean Weiga, as well as Caleb Bendel, going to go. Both for roughing. .16:09, the time of the calls. Not benefiting either team, although Southwest Christian with a 56-second penalty kill left. So they'll be killing a penalty for the rest of this one. As Lundqvist finds this back behind the net. Puck perilously right in front of Camp, and he'll make that stop with 39 seconds left. Puck back down. Face-off won by Southwest Christian Richfield. As that one is poked out off the half wall. Racing along is Swenson. Goaltender off with 28 seconds left to play. Hardacre drive. Got a tip, but not out. Lundqvist with a shot off a skate. Swenson over to get this. 17 left. Drive, and into the net it goes. We're not done yet. Short-handed marker, 14 seconds left. We'll wait for the official announcement to credit a goal. But we are headed, most certainly headed to overtime. as the final 10 seconds will tip off the clock. Zick with a pass near Greiner as the buzzer will sound here. So 5 seconds of a penalty, or of the penalty to be killed in overtime.
Scoring for the Stars is number 25, Kale Lundquist.
Lundquist with the goal.
Number 17, Paul Horner. And on the assist is number 15, Jared Greiner.
So Lundquist from Horner and Greiner is how the last goal in regulation reads. We will go to an 8-minute sudden death overtime. That's usually how these holiday tournaments work up here in Blaine, is the first game that I cover naturally will go to overtime. Nothing wrong with the facility, it's just the way things go. So we have a 3-minute timeout. Before overtime starts. I'll say this too, if this game is taking a toll here, what will the next 2 games do? Think about that. So Maurice and Camp will go into an overtime duel. And I believe this is Camp's first overtime this season. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that is the case. And I should have logged OT losses as well. I did not in my notes. I should do that from now on. Let's recap how we got here. In the third period of play, Marshall had a 2-1 lead going into the period. And with 12:04 left in the period, a power play goal from Parker Schmidt. He had an assist from Tyler Welsh. Southwest Christian would answer twice, as it is Paul Horner at 12 minutes and 19 seconds, getting an assist from Ashton Hendel. And then the game tire, officially this time, at 16:46. The goal reads Lundquist. His second varsity goal from Paul Horner, his third ever assist. And then Jared Greiner, his 21st assist in his career. Greiner now 2 points away from tying Joey Michelizzi for 11th all-time in Southwest Christian Richfield points. That's all-time. Sienna's brother Caleb established himself as 5th all-time a couple games ago. He had 74 points going into play today. Add a goal, so 75 points for Sienna's brother. OT starting. If you're unfamiliar with the MSHSL overtime rules, 8 minutes sudden death. And for this tournament, we would go to a shootout if it is tied after 8, but the shootout does not count for record-keeping purposes. So for all intents and purposes, the game ends in a tie if we end after 8. Overtime in Blaine. Southwest Christian Richfield goes left to right in the OT. 5 seconds of power play time for Southwest Christian to kill as we're underway. They do.
The Stars are full strength.
5-a-side hockey we play in the overtime as that one is forked in by Senior. Around the corner it goes, and Renslow there first. Renslow dropped it off at the corner. And now the puck intercepted by Senior. Senior tried to throw one in, but it was Azanov who threw it ahead. Now this will go down for an icing call. I don't know how smart a play that is in OT, because you surrender a face-off in your defensive zone. I know Giannis Camp is thinking, what the heck, guys? I would be as a goaltender as well, but you guys know how I think if you've heard me through 6 games. Now almost 7. Brought back ahead, though, by Marshall, who won that draw. And back come the Southwest Christian Richfield Stars. Back over, this comes to Plant. And Talon Plant, point or more in all but 2 games this year for him. Brought back ahead by Horner, and Horner tried to dribble drive out front, not going to work, as Azanov picks this up near side. Azanov got it back, surveys his options, but he's got to be quick. As a big hit frees the puck up. Marshall parents wanting a penalty they're not going to get. Quick shot, short side, rebound would not go. And the whistle finally goes there. 6:43 left to go in the OT. So we could end in a shootout, but only for tournament purposes. It'll go down as a tie if it gets there. Bendel in the circle for Southwest Christian Richfield. Puck down. Face-off won by Marshall, and they'll clear. 2-on-2 at the line if they want it. And that pass on the stick of Mellenthin. Mellenthin bumped off the puck. And now Southwest Christian on the recoil. Back at the point, kept alive by the Tigers. And now across. This comes short side. And it does not go. Whistle goes, though, and the save made by Camp, halting play. So you know. Puck back down, Marshall with possession. As it goes back behind the Camp net. 6 minutes, 8 seconds left in the overtime. This will go down for an icing. It does. Bendel not there, or not able to get there. Six minutes, 4 pennies left in this one. At least in timed play. Puck is down. Face-off won by Marshall. Quick shot by Elders. Save made by Camp. 6 minutes and a penny left in overtime. Puck back down. They battle for it in the circle. The battle won by the Tigers. Back out comes Mellenthin. Mellenthin back to the point. That's the right idea. Quick shot. Camp there for the save. 5:45 left in OT. So the shootout, if we get there, would be best of 3, by the way, as tournament rules state, because it's for advancement. Puck battled for in the neutral zone as we tick down to the last 5.5. They battle for it right in front of the Marshall bench. Brought back ahead. Southwest Christian on the break. Left circle shot. Saved Maurice. Back to Hardacre at the point. He throws one in. Save made again by Maurice. And over into the corner. Hardacre got there first as he beat Clem to the play. Hardacre centered one. Backhand try for Horner wouldn't go. Off the side of the net and cleared by Marshall. No icing. We play on. 4:55 left to go in the third, or in overtime rather. Brought back ahead by Marshall. Race to the puck. Won by Azanov for the Stars. Swenson over to grab this as he dropped it off the wall. Brought back ahead by the Stars to center. And that pass intercepted. Now picked up by Bendel in his skates. Bendel left circle. Saved made Maurice. Where did it go? 4:28 left. A question of where it went, but it is lost in the eyes of the official. We play on. Please note that I'm not leaving my feet intentionally. You don't want to see that. 4:28 left to go in overtime. 3-3 our score. That's a reference to last year's Hockey Day Minnesota where, let's just say, jumping around in the broadcast booth did happen. 4:12 left to go in overtime. 3-all our score. As Marshall will clear this. Next goal will win. As Bendel tried to maintain control, he could not. Offside at the line are the Marshall Tigers. So back out here for the draw. 3:57 to go in OT. And hey, I'll just say this. I've broadcasted more games over the course of time than Sienna Bendel has been alive. So I know how possibly 3:50 left to go in OT. That's a fact, though. As the puck turned over, Bendel tried to get around one. Bendel, no, check that. Horner threw that cross ice, and he got it to Hendel. Hendel out in front, and it would not go. Rebound back to the point, kept alive, and it goes to Lundqvist. Lundqvist, shot one, blocked, rebound up over the net. 3:28 left to go in OT, as Marshall trying to clear but cannot. That pass just evades the stick of Horner as it goes to Biernert. Biernert had his pocket picked, or did he? Back around it'll go, and out, no. Out just there for Senior. Senior had his pocket picked. Now in onside, our Southwest Christian Richfield as that one is dropped off. Near Hendel. Hendel out in front. And it almost went side of the net, but it'll be cleared by Marshall for an icing. 2:48 to go. I'm going to need to not talk to people tonight. That's what OT does. Puck down, back underway we go. Puck in the Southwest Christian offensive zone. Quick shot, save Maurice. Rebound out in front perilously. And into the corner it goes. Bendel back behind the play. He was the hero earlier for Southwest Christian Richfield. Here comes Marshall as both teams sell out. 2-on-0. Quick shot, save Camp. Two minutes, 2 dimes and a penny. Andrew Earhart, I hope you're enjoying this one, my friend. We'll see you tomorrow, just a matter of when right now. Puck back down. Face-off won by Marshall. And the puck goes back to Lundqvist for Lundqvist to grab. That'll go down for an icing call. Not what you want to do. Or no icing. Icing was waived. I didn't see that either. 2 minutes to play as that one is whacked back in by Bendel. Around the corner it goes. Zick on the play. Zick around the corner. And now Marshall trying to clear. This goes to Plant. And Plant works it near side. Plant advances this to Weller. Weller lost it. 1:39 left to go in OT. Zick near side. Zick works this ahead. And now Marshall almost made a mistake on a line change. Lundqvist over on the far side, and Southwest Christian's best bet, easy for me to say, would be to clear, and they do. 1:21 to go in OT. I get the feeling we're not done here yet. Face off in the Southwest Christian defensive zone. Marshall has been decent with face-offs in their offensive zone. They win one there. Around the corner, this one is found by Senior. Senior looking for his 16th career point as that one goes through the blue paint. And a whistle goes with 66 seconds left. I believe the net went off. 3-all our score. Puck down. Face off, won by Marshall. Hardacre bodies his man off the puck. Final minute of OT as that will go down for an icing. 54 seconds left. I was thinking about it over the summer. I've probably called hundreds of youth games in this building. And usually they turn out like this. Face-off won by Marshall as this one is brought ahead by Horner. Horner off the wall. 45 seconds left to go. Puck is played on by Renslow. Renslow around the corner. He has to get around too, but he cannot. Chip back ahead by the Stars, but not out. Now back out to center. Here comes Greiner. Greiner dances around one. Dragged down is he. Nothing coming. Brought back ahead by Marshall. First to it is Renslow. Renslow bodied off the puck. And now the puck spits back behind the net of Giannis Camp. Brought back ahead by the Stars. 12 seconds left in OT. Brought ahead by Bendel. 2-on-1 with a trailer. Bendel delivered to Horner, but Horner couldn't put it home. The net goes off with 3 seconds to go, and we are most assuredly headed to a shootout to decide placement only. So this game, I won't say it yet, but we know how this game will turn out statistically. Face-off from the Southwest Christian offensive zone. Puck down, face-off won by Marshall. That'll be it. And so this game ends in a tie statistically. We are not done here yet, though, as a best-of-3 shootout consisting of players on the ice will commence. It is a best-of-3 shootout, but we are only deciding placement. Winner to the semifinal tomorrow night at 6:45. Loser to the consolation semifinal at 1:45 tomorrow afternoon. So it's not necessarily win the shootout or go home. So stay close. So Marshall wins the toss. They will shoot first. To shoot first, it'll be Sean Weiga. Each team gets its own end. Shootout underway. Top of the first. Weiga, right circle, forehand, save Camp. Out to shoot first for Southwest Christian Richfield, Eli Hoffman. Hoffman crosses the red. Hoffman waiting, forehand, fires, save, made, Maurice. Top of the second inning now. Owen Renslow, the shooter for Marshall. 3-3 our score, top two of the shootout. Renslow crosses the blue. Far side of the ice, left circle. Renslow, side of the net. It would not go. Denied, says Giannis Camp. Bottom of the second inning, it'll be Tate Hardacre. For Southwest Christian Richfield, we are without a goal in the shootout after 1.5. Hardacre crosses the blue, far side. Hardacre, right circle. Hardacre stops. No goal. 2 innings are done. 2 saves each. Top of the 3rd inning now. Marshall with Talon Plant. Plant 60 points in his career entering play today. Plant near side. Plant into the slot. No. Caleb Bendel. Bottom of the 3rd, you shoot, you score, you win. Caleb Bendel skates with speed. Bendel slows down as he crosses the blue. Bendel waiting. Bendel fires, scores! Caleb Bendel wins the shootout for the Stars. The shootout goal will not count statistically, but that doesn't mean the Stars aren't moving on. 6:45. Bendel sends the Stars to the winner semifinal against Simley. That game will come your way at 6:45 tomorrow night from right here on Rink 3. So until then, for Sienna Bendel, Jeff Disher saying so long for now. Andrew Earhart. Sir, I hope you have your shooting boots with you, my friend.